Let's see if it updates my page automatically.
Alright, we should be streaming. To the world! Except for some parts in China. You don't like our comedy.
Oh, Neil, it's not updating.
Well, it's a delay. You have to wait.
Ah, right. The first 20 seconds, and then right.
When this is all over, I'll go and delete that first one.
There it is. All right.
So this machine I have, this program, it doesn't have a pause. I either got to stop or start
Oh.
for live.
Have you
Bummer.
ever tried VLC player? Nick?
No, I got OBS.
I'm sure you're familiar with it, though, right?
Yeah, I think I've tried it.
Yeah.
That's what I have. OBS.
VLC.
Oh, bullshit.
Screen,
I have IPS. Does that
everything.
help?
No,
Jeez.
Sorry to hear that.
but the OBS
Yeah,
I
you
just
taking
use
photos
for
for
live
that
stream.
there, Damn.
When I do editing, I use ScreenPal.
Uh-huh.
It has the tool.
He has Omega Bowel Syndrome.
Hmm.
His shits will destroy the world. You think the Omega Bomb was bad? Try the
Alright,
Omega
Duff making it yet?
Bowel.
I wonder if Boston's watching.
Oh, she fell out again. Alright, we're gonna have to start.
Okie dokie.
So we had 9 minutes. 10, I think, is the latest we ever been. Being
Yeah.
looking to
Oh,
break
no,
no
no.
record.
One night we sat around dicking around till like 7:15. It was just a couple weeks ago.
You know, you way in the back, I could barely hear you. So you know.
Hi, Seeker. Okay.
No.
Ready.
And Wise back. No, back on.
She just crashed again. Poor thing.
Alright, everybody. It's time to get the show on the road. Welcome to Hooligans Underground. Welcome to Standing Room Only. Give yourselves a big hand, because y'all here and y'all cool.
We is indeed.
The cool kids are in the house.
The cool kids on the block.
The really cool ones are over there by Jim.
Yeah.
So most of y'all ain't really cool. Just think y'all cool. Alright, I tell you what I think. I think
Ready for some Boudreaux.
Alright, here's a good one. I think. Boudreaux and Thibodeau. They had been hanging out fishing the other day. And they had only caught one. Damn it. I told y'all this one. I still remember. Alright, Thibodeau was placing some flowers on the grave of his dearly departed mother. And when he started to leave, he noticed Boudreaux kneeling down at another grave. Now Boudreaux, he seemed to be praying with profound intensity. And he kept repeating, "Why did you die? Why did you die?" Over and over, y'all. Now, Thibodeau approached Boudreaux. He said, "Boudreaux, I don't want to disturb your grieving, but I ain't never seen you in pain like this before. Now, who it is that you mourning like this?" Well, Boudreaux, he took a moment to collect himself, and he says, "My wife's first husband." I kind of don't get that one. But
So,
Maybe
he
he
wouldn't
wants
be
to
with
send
his
her
wife
back.
if he was still alive.
No! Because if his wife's
He was
first
still
husband hadn't
alive,
died,
the other guy
then
wouldn't
his
be
wife,
married to the
Boudreaux's wife wouldn't have married Boudreaux.
oh, got it. My wife just came and stuck her head around the wall. She said something to me. She was probably telling me the real answer.
Oh, okay.
I have to suffer.
There you go, Gall.
Aw.
Alright. Uno more. One more.
Eins mehr.
This is a long one.
Oh, good.
That's what she said.
That's what you wished for.
Alright, Boudreaux and Marie went to Louisiana State Fair every single year. And every year, there was a guy offering airplane rides for $10. Now, I know I told y'all this one. Pretend like y'all didn't hear it.
Hear what?
Now, every year, Boudreaux wanted to go flying, but he never could get up enough nerve to get on the plane. Well, this year is going to be different. Boudreaux decides that if he doesn't go this time, he never will. He know he's going to give up. So he told Marie, he said, Chef, I'm going to take me that plane ride this time. No stopping me at all. Marie said, Boudreaux, you know, that's kind of expensive. $10 is $10. Now, Boudreaux said, Marie, if I don't go this time, I ain't never going to do it, and that's all there is to it. Marie picks a finger up in the air. She said, but Boudreaux, $10.
10.
$10.
It's $10.
Now the pilot, standing nearby, he heard this conversation the whole time. And he says, look at here, y'all. If you will promise to be very quiet and don't say a single word, I'll take you both up for free. That's the magic word, y'all. Free.
Free.
For Marie.
Free is free.
But if either one of you says one word, I'm charging y'all $10. Now, Boudreaux and Marie, they agreed. They get on the airplane, and the pilot, he takes off. Now, while in the air, the pilot figures if he could get either one of them to talk, he's $10. So he proceeds to perform steep climbs, fast dives, loop-to-loops, rolls, all kind of crazy stuff. But he ain't hear a word, not a single word. Finally, he lands. He tells Boudreaux, man, I did everything I could to get you to say something, but you didn't. Boudreaux said, well, Mr. Pilot, I was going to say something back when Marie fell out, but hey, $10 is $10. All right.
$10 is $10.
$10 is 10. Nowadays, it's $5. Inflation's hard.
That's funny.
Maybe a buck.
$10 is pretty cheap to take a plane ride, though.
Pretty
Thank-
cheap, actually.
Yeah.
Probably more like 75.
We got a small airport here. It's more like 200.
Oh, there's Pepper.
Yeah. Pepper's in?
Pepper.
All right.
I did make it.
Hey, Pepper.
Pepper is in to save the day. I'm bombing up here.
Yay, Pepper made it.
Hey, Pepper. Glad you made
The
it.
pilot was a bummer.
A bummer. Yeah, he bummed him.
Oh, we got a chat from Boston in the live stream.
All right. Hey, Boston. What's up, bro? We missed you. We need your sports updates. Get your shit fixed and get online.
I got something here. Let's see if I can do this. There.
Oh,
Here's your update.
yeah, look at that name. You know that's him.
He's got all his favorites all in one name.
World WWE. That's like World Wrestling Entertainment. Monday Night Raw. That's pretty awesome.
It ain't no better than the wrestling
Yeah.
with
Take
Wade on
note.
Tuesdays at 3.
Let us know about it. All right, open mic time. Who wants to come up here? Tell if you do.
Well, not everybody jump up at once.
Well, let me make it easy. I'm just gonna get off the stage. Y'all need to decide who's gonna get up there.
Lisa, Fid, Carson stood up.
Carson
She's
stood
gonna go
up.
first.
Where did she go?
You got more jokes.
All right, Carson. Way to go, Carson. Woo!
Oh. Huh. I don't see Kirsten in one view, but she's in the camera. Good enough. Hope she's wearing clothes.
I'm with. Oh, my nipple is covered.
Yeah,
You don't zoom anywhere. The bits are covered.
All right.
Right? I checked.
We'll shoot from the top.
Then
Oh,
you didn't check
definitely.
very good because
I'm checking
never mind.
really good.
In the bar,
Off I will. I still get gleeful.
the nips are covered. Okay,
Yes.
in a bar, an attractive and sexily dressed woman calls the bartender over and says, "I would like to speak to the manager, please." The bartender explains that the manager is not in tonight, but he would be happy to help her. The woman leans across the bar and gently pulls him closer. She begins running her hands through his hair and says, "Are you sure the manager will not be in tonight? I really need to speak to him." The bartender stutters, "Yeah, I'm sure, but I can help you. Just tell me what you need." The woman begins stroking his neck and face, looks him in the eye and says, "I need you to give the manager a message for me, okay? It's very important."
Mm.
"Okay," says the bartender, almost laying across the bar with his head in her hands, tracing her fingers across his lips and letting her fingertips brush the inside of his lips and teeth. She leans forwards and whispers in his ear, "Please tell the manager that there is no toilet paper, no soap, and no towels in the ladies' room." Oh my god! And it dawns on y'all finally. Okay. Ooh.
Took a woman to get that one, though. I still didn't get it.
You don't get it? She was running her hands all in his hair and his chest and on his
I
face.
think those nasty hands that ain't been
And there was
washed
no
for-
toilet paper, no
Oh,
soap,
ew.
and no towels. Ew,
Okay. Oh,
exactly.
my God.
I had to mansplain that to Nick.
And I appreciate it.
Anytime. Okay, so a businessman was preparing to go on a long business trip. So we thought he'd buy his wife something to keep her occupied. He went to a sex shop and explained his situation. The man there said, "Well, I don't know that I have anything that will keep her occupied for so many weeks, except the magic penis." The husband said,
Whoa.
"The what?" The man repeated, "The magic penis," and pulled out what seemed to be an ordinary dildo. The husband laughed and said, "It looks like a dildo." The man then pointed to the door and said, "Magic penis, door." The penis rose out of its box, darted over to the door, and started pounding away at the keyhole. The whole door shook wildly with vibrations, so much so that a crack began to form down the middle. Then the man said, "Magic penis, return to box." And the penis stopped and returned to the box. The husband bought it and took it home to his wife. After the husband had been gone a few days, the wife remembered the magic. Undressed, opened the box, and said, "Magic penis, my vagina." The penis shot to her cross. It was absolutely incredible. After 3 mind-shattering orgasms, she became very exhausted and decided she had enough. She tried to pull it out, but it was stuck. Her husband had neglected to tell her how to turn it off and to put her clothes on. She got in her car and started for the closest hospital. On the way, another incredibly intense orgasm made her swerve all over the road. The police officer saw this and immediately pulled her over. He asked for her license and then asked how much she'd had to drink. Gasping and twitching, the woman said, "I haven't had anything to drink, officer. You see, I've got this magic penis thing stuck in my crotch and it won't stop screwing me." The officer looked at her for a second, shook his head and replied, "Yeah, right. Magic penis, my ass." The rest, as they say, is history.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord, not this. He snorted. Wild snorted.
Wild, yeah.
Better that end than the other.
Okay. A farmer's egg production began to drop, so he went into town and bought a new, younger, and more virile cockerel to replace his elderly one. The new cockerel strutted up to the old one and said gleefully, "You're for the pot, old timer, and all this feathered pussy belongs to me now." The old cockerel put on a sad face and said to the young one, "Oh, really? Tell you what, I'll race you to the garden gate and back. If you win, you keep it all. If I win, I keep it all. But you have to give me a slight head start for being old, okay?" The young, confident cockerel looks at the old guy and laughs. "Yeah, sure. Okay, Pops, your history." They start off at full pelt with the old cockerel a yard in front, racing to the gate. Suddenly, there's a loud boom. It's the farmer, shotgun in hand. "God damn it, that's the third gay cockerel I bought this month."
That blew. He blew him away.
Okay, so in the middle of the night, a frustrated wife starts singing the national anthem loudly. "What are you doing, darling?" inquires the husband. "Well, I was giving it one last shot, honey," replied the wife. "The whole nation stands erect when this song is heard." Damn, I'm bombing, apparently.
Hey,
Okay.
hubby ain't doing so well in the bedroom activities.
On a very hot summer night, a man is trying to get some sleep. Probably not going to get any laughs from this one either. Completely naked when his little daughter walks in. The girl
Uh-oh.
points at her father's penis and asks, "Daddy, what is that?" "Well, that's my little birdie," replies the father, and soon he falls asleep. Next thing he knows, he wakes up in a hospital, barely conscious with a sharp pain between the legs. His daughter is there, so he asks her, "What happened, my child?" His daughter says, "You fell asleep, Daddy, and I was very bored, so I decided to play with your birdie. It suddenly became big and very stiff. I just pet it on the head, but it was so rude it spit on me. So as punishment, I broke its eggs and burned its nest."
Oh, that's
Too
gotta
funny.
hurt.
Ouch!
All right, let me find one more.
Hi, Cesar.
Hi, Cesar.
Got any more burning bush jokes?
No, I'm looking for some. Do you want some? Let's see.
Oh boy, I want some burning bush.
Long as it ain't yours.
Hold on. Let me find a good one.
These have all been good.
Okay, Steve Harvey. You know who Steve Harvey is? He was the host of a dirty version of the Miss Universe pageant.
Oh.
Competition was fierce, and it boiled down to only 4 contestants left. The event that would decide the winner was called the Big Boob Contest. The rules were simple. Steve would walk up to the contestants, check on their boob sizes, describe them to the audience, and whichever contestant had the biggest rack wins. First, Steve went up to the contestant number 1 and checked on her boobs. He turned to the audience and said, "Her boobs are the size of coconuts. Coconuts. I haven't even started smoking yet."
These coconuts, they went to space.
They did. The audience cheered. So Steve went up to the contestant number 2 and checked on her boobs. He turns to the audience and says, "Her boobs are the size of melons." The audience cheered even louder. Steve went up to contestant number 3 and checked on her boobs. He turns to the audience and says, "Her boobs are the size of watermelons." The audience cheered viciously. And at last, Steve went up to the final contestant and checked on her boobs. He turns to the audience and says, "Her boobs are the size of oranges." Underwhelmed, the audience booed in their disappointment. Then
Aw.
Steve says, "Oh, wait! I made a mistake. Those were just the nipples."
Oh my
Okay, one more I lied. A guy walks into a pub and sees a sign hanging over the bar that reads cheeseburger $1.50, chicken sandwich $2.50, hand job $10. He walks up to the bar and beckons one of the three exceptionally attractive blondes serving drinks. "Can I help you?" she asked. "I was wondering," whispered the man. "Are you the one who gives the hand jobs?" "Yes," she purrs. "I am." The man replies, "Well, wash your hands. I want a cheeseburger." All right, that's all. Thanks, y'all.
My God.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, big hand for
Hey,
Kristen, y'all.
Christian.
Awesome.
Thank you. Who's clapping still? Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
The lingering laugh.
Magic penis my ass.
Just sounds like clapping.
It sounds the one hand clapping.
All right, y'all. There once was a small zoo down in South Louisiana that had a very rare species of gorilla. Now, they had just gotten this gorilla, and they didn't quite know, how to take care of it. Now, within a few weeks, the gorilla, who was a female, by the way, she became very difficult to handle. Now, they called in a doctor. He made his examination. And the veterinarian, he determined the problem. And the gorilla was in heat, y'all.
Uh-oh.
In heat, y'all.
Uh-oh.
To make matters worse, there was no male gorilla anywhere in the area to help.
Oh, no.
That's terrible. Now, thinking about that problem, the zookeeper, we're going to call him Boudreaux. He thought of that new kid, yeah. Now, Pierre was a part-time worker, and he was responsible for cleaning up the cages. Now, Pierre, he had a little bit of sense, but possessed ample ability to satisfy the female of any species. That's weird.
Yeah.
Now, Boudreaux thought they might have a solution, so Pierre was approached with the proposition. Would he be willing to mate with the gorilla for $500?
Oof. Wow.
That's $500, y'all.
Yeah.
Now, Pierre, he showed a little interest, but he said that he would have to think about the matter pretty carefully. And the following day, he announced that he would indeed accept their offer, but only under 5 conditions.
Wow.
Yeah, number 1,
Only 5? My God.
5. Number 1, I ain't gonna kiss her on the lips. Boudreaux agreed. Sounds fair enough. And number 2, she must wear a Dale Earnhardt t-shirt. Pierre's into that, y'all. Again, Boudreaux, he agreed. He could deal with that. And number 3, you can never tell no one about this. Total top secret. Again, Boudreaux says, no problem. He ain't want to tell nobody. Number 4, Pierre said, I want all the children raised as Southern Baptists. Yeah, that's what Boudreaux said. He said, Cher, this is Catholic country. Them baby's going to be Catholic. Pierre said, okay, $500.
It's $500.
Yeah. And last, Pierre says, I'll need another week to come up with the $500.
Oh! You thought he was gonna have to pay?
The honor, huh? $500 honor. It's like
Lordy.
an evolutionary
He
throwback.
wanted it bad, didn't he?
Yeah. She was a little kinky like that.
Hey, bestiality reigns supreme.
What?
Bestiality reigns supreme.
I've never heard that.
Chalice. You are on it tonight, girl.
All
How many
right,
holes, Chalice?
we could do open mic,
Funny. Funny.
or I could tell y'all another joke.
Well, come on, guys.
All right,
Lisa,
another
Dave?
joke.
Anybody? Jim?
Are we doing an open mic again?
We always
Get
go.
on up there, you know you wanna.
All right, let me vacate the stage,
All right.
where I'm going, and say, all right, everybody, welcome up way to the stage.
Hey, way to go, Wade!
Out of y'all. I don't know that I got anything gonna make you laugh tonight, but
Uncle Wade.
I am Uncle Wade to that lovely young lady over there. Yes, I am.
All right, now that we got that in the open.
Oh God. Let me see if I can think of anything. This horse and this chicken were out playing in a field one time, and the horse messed around, backed up, fell in a big old mud hole.
Uh-oh.
The chicken's looking at him, going, "Hey!" And the horse is like, "Go get the farmer, get me out of this mud hole." And the chicken's looking at him, and he's like, I don't know, we can do that. He said, "You need to go get the farmer." So the chicken turns and heads off to the farm, looking for the farmer. He spends a good time looking for the farmer, can't find him anywhere, but he finds the farmer's keys in the farmer's BMW. And he's like, "Well, we're going to try it like this." So he gets a little bit of rope, gets the BMW, gets the keys, and drives on back out to the field. Chicken drives on that BMW out to the field, and horse is in that mud hole still, and he's kind of sinking a little bit. And, you know, the chicken jumps out and ties the rope to the back of the car and throws it to the horse. The horse takes the rope, you know, in its teeth, and the chicken uses a beamer, and they get the horse out. So, yay, that is a happy thing,
Woo! Good.
right? They saved the horse.
Save the horse. Rode a cowboy.
Next week, they're back out playing in the same old field. And they're just messing around, horse and chicken having a good time. And the chicken falls in the mud hole this time. And the chicken starts screaming, "Oh, God, go get the farmer. Oh, God, go get the farmer." And the horse is like, settle down now. Settle down. I think I can straddle this hole." So the horse does. He goes and straddles that hole. And the chicken's like, "What are you doing?" And the horse just says, "Reach up and grab my dick. Pull yourself out." And the chicken's like, okay. So the chicken reaches up, grabs a hold of the horse dick, the horse moves, the chicken comes out, everybody's happy. You know what the moral of the story is?
2 out of 3 people.
If you're hung like a horse, you don't need a BMW to get chicks.
There you go.
I had my mic off. That was a good one. I like that.
So this old salmon's out swimming in the lake one day. He just having a good time. He's kind of close to the surface. He just swimming around and looks up, and there's a fly flying right above him. And that salmon looks up and sees that fly and says, "Hey, if that fly drops 6 inches, I can jump up and have me a good meal." That sounds like a good thing. Meanwhile, while that's happening, over on the side, there's a bear standing there, and he sees this fly. He sees that salmon. And the bear thinks, "Hey, if that fly drops 6 inches, that salmon will jump up. I can reach out and grab that fish, and I'll have me a damn good meal." That sounds good to me. Unbeknownst to them, there's a hunter sitting up on the hill, up behind the blind, The hunter sees what's going on. He looks over. He goes, "Yep, that fly drops. That salmon's going to jump up and grab it. That bear's going to reach out and get that salmon. I'm going to shoot me a bear and have me a trophy." So the hunter's sitting there waiting. Meanwhile, there's a little mouse in that thicket right there behind the hunter.
Uh-oh.
The mouse sees what's going on. The mouse says, "Hey, if that fly drops, that salmon's going to jump up and eat it. That bear's going to reach out and grab that. The hunter's going to jump up and shoot it, and that sandwich he's got in his pocket's going to fall out. And I'm going to have me a meal."
Wow.
There's a whole lot of shit going on at this one little pond, I'll tell you that. So, unbeknownst to all of them, there's a cat sneaking around. And that cat sees what's going on. And that cat looks over and he goes, "Well, if that fly drops, that salmon's going to jump up and grab it. That bear's going to grab that salmon. That hunter's going to shoot that guy. That mouse is going to come out and get his sandwich. And I'm going to have me a meal."
Wow.
So everybody's sitting watching everything, and sure enough, that fly drops 6 inches. That salmon jumps up, snatches that fly. That bear reaches out and grabs that salmon, pulls it into its mouth. That hunter jumps up, shoots that bear. That sandwich falls right out of his pocket. And that mouse jumps on that sandwich, and that cat leaps, and he leaps at that mouse and misses and goes rolling down the hill into the water.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
The moral of the story, anytime a fly drops 6 inches, a pussy gets wet.
Oh my god.
That's a good one.
Oh God. Oh.
Okay, folks, that's about all I can remember right now. Challenge laughing so hard I can't remember my other jokes.
That's fine. That's awesome.
All right, y'all.
Sorry about
everybody,
that.
Big hand for Wade.
Let's go.
Thank y'all.
Hey, wait, I'm still awake.
You are still awake, Kitty Kate. You actually heard the
Way to go,
jokes.
Kate.
I did.
Oh, I think I just.
Now I'm gonna stand over here and a bunch of jokes are gonna come into my head. You know that, right?
Well, if you think hard enough about it, they surely will.
They will. They
Or
come
if
in
you reach
every now
down
and
in
then.
your
You always say
desk and that
something they get
1,000 pack of papers.
They usually come in when you're not thinking about it.
If that fly drops 6 inches, you'll forget them all.
Have you seen the 3 lovely ladies I'm with?
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Are you gonna tell us jokes, Legacy?
Well,
Well, that's.
Does somebody else want to come up here?
I'm next week.
Maybe next week.
Tell you
It's
what,
got to take the first step. Next
Lisa,
one to take
going
here.
up?
fell from grace.
What's that?
Tell you next week why the dirty old man fell from grace.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
That
she's
was
doing the teasers.
Very good,
Giving
lady.
us teasers. Look at that.
Yeah.
Next to you, going up.
Legacy, look at
Hey,
you.
that's
Just so you
the
know,
fella.
We do have a memory.
Right? Except when it comes to the jokes you just heard.
Old man Boudreaux.
Ah, Bujo.
Is that Gleason moving closer to the stage?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like a hint. I'll take it. Alright, old man Boudreaux and his girlfriend went to the doctor's office recently. Now, their ages was 87 years old, both of them. And they went to the office, and the doctor asked them what they could do, what he could do for them. Sorry. Now, Boudreaux says, "Could you watch us make love?" I promise y'all, this one is funny. The second time. So. The doctor examined both of them and told them to have at it. Why not? They made love for a little while. The doctor re-examined them, told them that he could see nothing wrong. They had 0 ill effects from their little wrong thing. Now they paid the doctor for the office visit, and then they left. Now, this went on for several weeks. A couple of times each week even. They would come in, be examined, have sex, pay the doctor, and leave. Now, after a couple months, doctor finally says, look, I ain't got no problem taking your money. But just what is it you trying to find out from me? I don't see any problem with your sex life, other than the fact that y'all really old. What exactly is it you want to know? Now Boudreaux, he says, well, Doc, we're not trying to find out anything. We can't go to my house because my wife is there. And we can't go to her house because her husband is there.
Oof.
Now, if we go down to the Holiday Inn, that's $70. And if we go to the Hilton, $90.
Oh.
Yo, here, we could do it for $40. And I get $35 back from Medicaid. I guess that's a wellness visit.
It's making him feel good.
Yeah.
That's a wellness visit.
But you know what? That's weird.
Hey, 40,
All right.
you know.
Open mic time. I think it's going to be Gleason
He's on.
because I said so.
Okay.
That's why.
Sounds good to me.
I'm
Everybody
gonna
else
see if
wanna-
I can sit here.
Go, Gleason!
Oh boy,
That's the backside you didn't need to see. I don't know if I look better coming and going.
Oh,
That's why
Either
they're
way.
different
need
colors.
advice.
That's why they're different colors.
Oh my goodness. Well, on a sad note, my boss passed away.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I went to his funeral
Mhm.
and I was kneeling down and I whispered into the coffin, "So who's thinking outside the box now, Gary?"
That's time.
Yeah. They say dress. They say dress for the job you want, not the job you have. My boss still didn't think a spacesuit was appropriate work attire. And that boss, he goes, "This is the third time you've been late to work this week. Do you know what that means?" I said, "Yeah, it's Wednesday."
I got 2 more times.
And that old boss, he told me I intimidate my co-workers. I was like, yeah, okay. So I just stared at him until he apologized.
Ryan just proves his point.
Yeah, we had a team meeting. We always have a team meeting on Friday, and the boss says, "And remember, there's no I in team." And one of my coworkers said, "And there's not much sign of you in either."
Oh yes, way to turn it back on him.
Yeah. And I'm really not always late, but I asked my boss if I could come to work a little late today. He said, "Dream on." I think that was
Okay.
really nice. I said, yeah, I thought that was
I
really
like that.
nice of him.
Yeah.
So, there's still some of the coronavirus going on. So, but I called in sick, and the boss says, "You called in sick yesterday and said you had the coronavirus. You can't be here until you get tested." I said, "No, No, I said I had a case of corona and I wasn't coming into work. I never said anything about a virus.
Go.
That was on him. He made it wrong.
Yeah. And someone asked me if I could shoot the president of my place of business for $50,000. I said, yeah, I would definitely do that. It's going to take me a while to come up with that $50,000. Kind of pedal off the other one. Yeah. I walked into work, the boss said,
What I want. I want something to eat. I hate half full of mashed potatoes. The rest are in the
Legacy. Sorry, Lisa.
Sorry.
all I know is I want mashed potatoes now.
I want those mashed potatoes. Hello? Send some over.
My boss told me to have a good day, so I went home.
I guess there's worse things I could have done on Mike. I could have had an orgasm, right? Oh, wait, maybe that's
That would have been much better.
We wouldn't have said anything about that. Oh, no.
Let's see. Mashed potatoes, orgasm. I don't know. Which was it?
Mashed potatoes are classy.
Once you don't put the two together, I guess we're okay.
Tater-gasm.
I mean, if you insist, I can spread them over my breast and my body. And oh, wait a minute,
There
this
you
is
go.
on
All right.
YouTube. I'm shutting up now.
Just call me Tater-gasm.
As long as you don't show your nipples.
Hey, she could have been chicken breast as she was cooking, you know.
That's right.
Exactly. You guys just have dirty minds. Seriously.
Yeah, and you say that like it's a bad thing.
The boss calls me the computer. Yeah. Not because of my calculation skills, but because I go to sleep when left unattended for 15 minutes.
Yeah, sure, Olive. We're buying that one, not.
Stick something in her
So-
ears.
Give it an hour and you're hibernating.
This
You
guy,
guys are missing the big point. They're probably virgin ears. You just have to ask, virgin from what?
Virgin Airways.
Go, Goose.
Okay, virgin from what?
how do you think people think you're the boss?
Ah,
Stand around and do nothing.
Yeah, there you go.
What's important?
Yeah, I told my boss I wanted an increase in my paycheck. My next one had larger font.
I thought it was going to be a bigger paper.
That's and my last joke here is, I wonder what your boss has in common, or ever wonder what your boss has in common with a slinky.
Why?
Both of them are entertaining to watch fall down the stairs.
Sure. Where the Goose are?
Oh, way
All
to
right,
go.
big guy.
Yay. Thank you.
Falling down the stairs.
All right. Should just jump on the chair. That would be so much easier.
Oh, looks like Jim's standing up.
Yeah, Jim's up next. Can't fool y'all.
Happy
But
to
I told him I had to tell one joke first. It's kind of like, you know, just the format. It's the way we do
That's
it.
right.
That's right.
That could take all night.
You could. You could. You got a curfew? Got a
No,
bedtime?
no. Just keep trying until you get a joke.
There you go. All right, Boudreaux was out in his pasture helping one of his cows give birth to a calf. When he noticed little Boudreaux, little Tofield Boudreaux, who was about 4 years old at that time, standing over by the fence, wide-eyed, just taking in the event. Now, Boudreaux, he thought to himself, now I is going to have to explain the birds and the bees to that boy. Maybe I'll just let him ask the questions, and I'll explain it however I can. Y'all know Boudreaux ain't that smart. Ain't very quick on the tongue. So he asked T, he said, well, son, you got any questions about what you seen out here today? And little Tofu says, yep, Papa, just one question. How fast was that calf gone when he ran into the back of that cow? Birds and the flowers. All right, everybody. Let's welcome up Jim to the stage. Hey, Jim.
Come on, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you. I once had sex with a blind woman. She told me I had the biggest dick she'd ever laid her hands on. I told her, you're pulling my leg. Has anybody here not heard of Chuck Norris?
I am not a fan of Chuck Norris.
You're not what?
I'm not a fan of Chuck Norris.
You're not a fan? Okay. But you
I
obviously...
like Chuck Norris.
Oh,
He's made some
That's
really
great.
good movies.
yeah. Tough guy.
Not the greatest actor, but yeah.
Yes.
Did you know Chuck Norris drinks napalm to fight his heartburn?
Okay.
He drinks, he watches 60 Minutes in 20 minutes.
Bad.
Okay.
Chuck Norris rubs flames together to make sticks. In Los Angeles, a street was named after Chuck Norris. It lasted one day. No one could cross Chuck Norris and live.
Oh.
Superman has Chuck Norris pajamas.
Damn. Pretty funny.
Okay.
Waldo is hiding from Chuck Norris.
Oh, so that's where he is.
Have you seen him?
Scientists collect the urine from Chuck Norris to sell it as Red Bull.
Ah. Ooh.
Oh my God.
When Chuck Norris left the Virgin Islands, they became known as the Carnal Islands.
Not a virgin left.
Nope. The Sun wears Chuck's screen. A soldier runs up to a nun and asks if he can hide under her habit, saying he'll explain later. She says, okay, just don't look up. Suddenly a couple of army officers come up and ask the nun, have you seen a soldier around here? Well, she says no, and the officers move on, continuing their search. The soldier comes out and thanks the nun profusely. He doesn't want to be deployed into combat, he explains, and he adds, I have to say you have a nice pair of legs. Nun said, well, I wouldn't want to be deployed into combat either, and if you'd look higher, you would have seen the nicest pair of balls.
I knew that was.
The priest and a nun are caught in a blizzard, and they find a deserted cabin and take shelter. They find only a sleeping bag, a bed, and a pile of blankets. The priest offers the nun the bed and takes a sleeping bag. They get ready to sleep, and the nun says, Father, I'm cold. So he gets up and puts another blanket on the nun, gets back in his bag, and he hears again, Father, I'm still cold. So after giving the nun more blankets, she still isn't warm, and he suggests, how about just for this night, we act as though we're married? Well, the nun thinks, and she admits she's been curious, and she answers, okay, Father, just for the night, we will act as though we're married. So the priest says, get up and get your own damn blanket.
Damn. Oh,
Not where I thought that was going.
Yeah. And then the priests are crossing the Sahara on a desert on a camel. On the third day, the camel suddenly dropped dead. They both realize they probably won't survive, so the priest says, I've never seen a woman's breast, and I was wondering if I might see yours. And, well, she's hesitant, but she opens her habit, and the priest enjoyed the sight. Then he asks, would you mind if I touch them? Well, she consents, and he fondles them. Then the nun asks, I've never seen a man's penis. Could I see yours? I suppose that would be okay. And he lifts his robe, and she says, oh, Father, may I touch it? The priest consents, and after a few minutes, he became quite aroused. He said, Sister, you know, if I insert that penis in the right place, it can give life. Is that true? Yes, of course, he says. And she says, well, why don't you stick it up that camel's ass and let's get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? A nun needed to use the restroom. She walked into a Hooters restaurant, and things were normal, except every once in a while the lights would turn off, and everyone would erupt into cheers. Well, she walked up and asked, may I please use the restroom? And the bartender said, okay, but I should warn you, there's a statue of a naked man in there wearing only a fig leaf. She says, that's fine, I'll just look the other way. After a few minutes, she came back out, and the whole place turned to give the nun a loud round of applause. She looked puzzled, so the bartender told her, the lights go out every time someone lifts the fig leaf on that statue.
That would be a funny thing.
Knock me out.
Should I say do that?
So the Mother Superior gathers all 100 nuns in the chapel of the convent and announces, I'm afraid we have some bad news. She says, it appears one of you has been sneaking out and sitting behind the chapel walls. Well, 99 of the nuns go, oh, and one nun goes, tee-hee-hee. We know this because we found a used condom just outside the gates. Well, 99 nuns gasp, oh, and one nun goes, tee-hee-hee. Then the Mother Superior continues, a hole was found in the condom.
Oh.
One nun gasps, oh, and the 99 go, tee-hee-hee-hee. And for my final joke, two nuns are about to paint a bedroom. They don't want to get paint all over their habits, so they lock themselves inside and they strip down and start painting on the nude. All's going well until someone knocks on the door, and they say, who is it? The man says, blind man. So they shrug and decide there's no harm in opening the door for him. So they all unhook the door and they open it, and the man says, nice boobs! Where do you want the blinds?
All right, big hand for Jim, y'all.
Good job, Jim.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Well
much.
done, Jimbo.
Oh, I got the microphone this time. Act like I'm singing.
Where do you want the blinds?
All right, we're almost out of time, so I'm going to skip mine, and I'm going to go ahead and ask for open mic from anybody in here that wants to come up here, tell a few jokes.
Sid, you got any? Who else is here?
All right, going once, going twice. All right, folks. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody for sharing your jokes with us
Thank
and
you,
for
Nick.
laughing at us.
Thank you, Nick.
Now, Thursday, Match Game Thursday, with our host, well, okay, right here.
Yeah.
Let's see what the theme is.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
Turn the camera up there.
Tonight.
It's
And we
medieval.
got-
Dragons, castles, medieval.
Oh, yeah, a castle with dragons.
Ooh.
Lions and tigers and
Fantasy.
bears.
People in YouTube, I'm kind of showing them right now.
Oh.
Okay.
We might have to go shopping.
Some change.
So,
Yay!
well, your best Renaissance.
Renaissance. Yeah, Renaissance.
Hey, they got a horse there. I wonder if you.
Don't
Yeah, they
forget
got a horse.
to
Big horse.
Jim at the cash register back here
Where's the
if you
chicken?
had fun, or even if
Back
you
to the
didn't
round
have
table.
fun.
Alright, and everybody, wave goodbye to the camera. Good night, YouTube. Have mercy on us. See y'all Tuesday.
We have Derby tomorrow. I mean, Saturday
Subscribe
night
and
at
share.
5 SL.
Make sure you subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Saturday night at 5 o'clock. Derby. Race car. Fun stuff.
I'm doing a theme, but I can't
Have you
remember
been
what. So
Okay.
Derby is tomorrow?
It's
Saturday.
Saturday, okay.
Nick, you go to that, right?
in the car.